One of the things I love about WTMC is that we keep causing the paradigm to shift. And one of the latest innovations from WTMC is the whole Worksmart program.
So along with the EQSP program, the Worksmart program sets us apart. We aren't afraid to be measured. You know, we're going through the process of qualifying people and matching them out to jobs and putting them on jobs. So once they get there, what can we do to make sure that that they're performing the way they're supposed to perform? First of all, we want people to be able to show up better prepared. Sometimes it can be simple, sometimes it can be more complex depending on what the customer wants. But basically, we can develop these training programs that we give to our employees as part of the orientation. For example, before a planner shows up for a job, we can have an orientation program where he learns the elements of the job planning package for the customer, where certain things are located, just different things that helps him to get on board quicker and be more productive.
Well, the Worksmart program has many facets to it. Starting off with the client, it's establishing, how that client does his business, so that a indoctrination prior to showing up for the assignment can be done with the employee. This minimizes the amount of time that the client has to spend with that new employee and getting that employee grounded into the functions of his job as an added person to that staff.
An employee who shows up at your site, they have already been briefed on the workflow process, and they have a pretty good idea of what they need to do to hit the ground running. And so you're not having to bring them up to speed. You're not having to spend so much time of unproductive manpower, because they show up and they're already engaged before they get there.
So with that in mind, and we want to be able to track their progress. A planner is assigned a certain amount of work, and he may have 20 heat exchangers and 5 towers and 6 drums in a process unit that he's doing job plans for. Well, how do you keep up with that? And how do you know where he is with that? How do you know what's been added? So the Smart Track portion of Worksmart allows us to do that. So on a weekly basis, we can look at the jobs that were assigned to the employee, and we can find out where they are in the planning process and determine when they're going to finish developing their planning packages.
It actually allows the employees from WTMC to give objective data on a weekly basis to the owners as to how their productivity is going. They get a report that is printed out and emailed once a week, and you get a forecast of when completion of the planning is done, when the scheduling is done, when the cost engineering is done. And to the owner, that is valuable information because it answers the relevant questions.
Some plants, some facilities have some sort of tracking mechanism already in place, but the majority of them do not. And this is a value-added service that is not currently being provided by anyone else in the industry.
It helps the employee by helping him be organized and know where he is. It helps the customer to know where they are in their planning process. And it helps us to know what our employees are doing and what their workloads are and how much they're accomplishing. We feel that by combining our best-in-class recruiting process along with our onboarding through the Worksmart program and tracking our employees' progress is just a real advantage to our customers.